Welcome to All Teens Included. I'm your host, Eliana, and today we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for many of us, the struggle of making friends when you have social anxiety. It can feel like everyone already has it figured out, while you're stuck feeling awkward or even just there. The truth is, you're definitely not alone. In this episode, we're going in for a quick dive on how to navigate your feelings and how you can overcome them. I won't promise to solve everything, but I will help make your journey less stressful. So first, let's break down what social anxiety is. A lot of people think it's just being shy or awkward, but it is so much deeper than that. Social anxiety is when everyday interactions like raising your hand in class, walking in a crowded area, or even saying hi to someone can set worry, overthinking, or physical symptoms like sweating and a fast heartbeat. For teens, this can be especially tough. You're figuring out who you are and dealing with environments where you feel constantly judged is not a safe one. So if you ever thought, everyone's staring at me or I'm gonna embarrass myself, just know you're not alone and your feelings are valid. Now that we broke down the basics of social anxiety, we need to talk coping mechanisms. Coping mechanisms are things you can control when your anxiety feels like it's running the show. These are a few techniques that really help me that I think I would want to share. No, I'm not a professional, but I am currently a teen in high school with the new environment, struggling with social anxiety. So these are things that just help me. For the first one, breathing resets. These help me so much. Basically, you're just focusing on your breathing, and that's the only thing you're focusing on. So you can just drain out the outside noise. You don't have to think whether people are looking at you or thinking you're like weird. So basically, for example, it all depends on how you approach your breathing resets. But for my breathing reset, I slow inhale for 4 exact seconds. I hold for 2 seconds, and then I exhale for 6. Like I said before, it just helps me navigate where I am and drains out everything that I don't need to worry about. Now, this mechanism might seem silly, but it's rehearsing small interactions. For example, like ordering food for yourself at a restaurant or even in school. I'll use this as an example because this happened to me the other day. I needed to ask a teacher a question, but she wasn't going over to any desk, so I had to get up and ask her. And it might sound silly for someone who doesn't have social anxiety, but I have severe social anxiety, so if I got up, I would think like, oh my god, everyone's staring at me, they're thinking all these horrible things. So basically, what I did in my head is I navigated how I'd walk up to her desk, where I would walk, and then I navigated what question would I ask, how would I ask it, what words would I use, and that just helps me give, a plan out just for my social anxiety to dwindle down. But to each its own, you can take whatever you feel comfortable with. It's just to share my personal experiences and so you can relate. Okay, now we're on to the last coping mechanism that I think really helps. Basically, it's positive anchors. So it kind of just, I'm just gonna say me personally, I kind of feel the need to be perfect all the time because I constantly just want to be liked. I don't want to be hated. I don't want to be judged, so it just helps me. But positive anchors is just reminding yourself, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be present. And that really helps me navigate everything. And the last topic we're going to be discussing is mindset and self-compassion. This one totally matters the most. Social anxiety often comes with self-criticism. You beat yourself up for every small mistake, but healing starts with being gentle with yourself. On a more personal level, I'm a teen. It's my first year of high school, and it's been about roughly 3 months of it. Not to say it's terrible, but with so much social anxiety, I don't have a big friend group. I have very minimal friends that I talk to that actually, know who I am. And it's kind of hard for me because seeing everyone get into big groups I want to be a part of that big group, but I'm so scared that I'll be judged and that no one will like me, and if I say something wrong, they'll immediately kick me out, and it's not a good feeling. I'm beating myself up for little things. Like if I see a big friend group laughing about something, I'll automatically think it's about me. Like, what am I wearing? They're probably laughing at my hair, they're laughing at the way I look. What did I say wrong? Did I do something? And that's all not necessarily true. I think with social anxiety comes you thinking horrible things about yourself. And, as I said before, it's not true. So I started reminding myself that I'm allowed to take up space. Awkward moments are part of being human, and that I'm learning. Because I think even though social anxiety seems like such a small thing to some people, it's a big thing, and it's necessarily a struggle. But, working through it is, I think, the best thing you can do for yourself, because when you treat yourself with kindness, you will start to walk through the world more confidently, and you will gain natural friendships from that. And it's still a little hard, and it gets hard at times because I see people who are very extroverted and they talk to, people they've never talked to before, and I want to be that and I aspire to be that. But with social anxiety comes beating yourself up at times, or even just feeling like you're not worth it. What I'm basically trying to say, to sum it up, is please don't feel like you're not worth it. You're not allowed to have people around you that support you and that they're all fake, because I did feel that at once, and it's not a good feeling. It's really not. So, once you start being more confident and just keep feeding yourself those reminders and keep doing the coping mechanisms, it really helps drain out all the self-doubt, all the negativeness. It just helps you move more freely. Okay, well, that wraps up today's episode of All Teens Included. I really hope this gives you a starting point. Always remember, making friends is an entire process, and it's okay if it doesn't happen right away. Make sure to celebrate every moment and small victory. The goal is to find genuine connections that make you feel seen and valued, not to be the most popular person in your grade. Anxiety should not define your abilities to connect. Be sure to share with a friend who might need it too. You never know what people are going through, and if they feel like they have someone to reach out to, it's always a good feeling. I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening.